Ghana Geological Survey Authority warns of an imminent earthquake after tremors hit parts of Accra Sunday morning.
And also coming up, calm returns to Ghana Institute of Journalism after students protest last Sunday over failure to set end of semester exams.
In Mission, work commences on the Fiama Buzie Issa District Hospital after TV3 Mission report.
Grand finale of Ghana's Most Beautiful takes place tonight. We will know who wears the crown in the next few hours.
And sad news in some other part of Africa. In Sudan, a helicopter crash kills Al-Qadarif governor Mirgani Saleh, his cabinet chief, the local police chief, and agriculture minister.
We have details coming up shortly. Do stay with us. Well, tonight, the Food and Drugs Authority says it has not registered any herbal medication for the treatment of fibroids. The Ashanti Regional Director, Nora Telabe, insists advertising drugs for the reproductive system is a breach of the Public Health Act 851, a report by Beatrice Spiogabra.
Fibroids are non-cancerous tumors which grow from the muscle layers of the womb. The swelling could be as small as a bean or bigger than a watermelon. They are common in women in their reproductive ages till they reach menopause. Symptoms may include heavy menstrual bleeding, pelvic pressure or pain, frequent urination and constipation. Obstetrician and gynecologist at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital, Dr. Augustine Tewia, admits more women are reporting cases following increased awareness about the disease and lifestyle changes.
I'll be unable to say it's on the increase because I do not have the data. Now, scan can be done, so more and more women are going for scan and they're being told that you have uterine fibroid. As we have said, per economic and academic purposes, women are delaying the age where they conceive, and part of our risk factors. If a woman has not delivered, has not gotten pregnant beyond certain age, it increases. So yes, and another factor is sedentary lifestyle, obesity, increases the chance of having increased unopposed estrogen.
Undergoing surgery to remove the tumor is the approved method for its treatment, and refuted claims the condition could be treated through herbal medication.
I do not know any medication that will definitely treat fibroid, because as we know, the definitive treatment of fibroid is what? Removing of the fibroid, and once that is not removed, you have not treated it.
A herbalist, Mame Chirewa, says she has treated a number of women with fibroids with her medicine. I have herbal medications to treat fibroid. If you want to get pregnant, you can. Medical doctors remove the fibroid, but the piles remain behind. But our medicine shrinks both the fibroid and the piles. For her, relying on herbs is an option. But has the Food and Drugs Authority registered any herbal medicine for the treatment of fibroids?
As we are speaking, we have not registered any herbal drug for the management, treatment, or cure, prevention or cure of fibroid.
She cautioned against patronizing unregistered medicinal products to avoid complications.
And calm has returned to the Ghana Institute of Journalism after students who could not register for the end of semester exam were given a second chance. Though some students who could not finish paying their fees have been denied access to the exam hall, examination has been smoothly ongoing.
The news team's visit to the campus of the Ghana Institute of Journalism on Sunday, December 9, witnessed a calm atmosphere where students had finished writing their psychology paper. Students who were denied taking part in the exam were given another chance to register, although they had already missed out on some papers. On December 2, management of the institute asked internal security to lock up the school following a protest by some students in solidarity with their colleagues who have been denied from writing their papers for failing to pay the required fees and non-registration of exam. The protest led to the cancellation of 2 papers in the school's first semester exam for undergraduate and postgraduate students. At an emergency news conference by management, students and Graduate Students Association of Ghana, the re-registration and the writing of the cancelled papers were announced. This brought some relief to students and management, leading to the current calm atmosphere on the campus.
Let's go to the Ashanti region, where quail farming is emerging as a lucrative venture for job creation. Ashanti regional correspondent Benjamin Ado reports the business of quail farming is growing.
Many Ghanaians cannot meet the basic needs of life because they have no jobs. Graduates are being churned out yearly by various institutions with little prospects of getting jobs. Unemployment leads to various societal vices. One of the ways to tackle the unemployment challenge is for government to make agriculture more attractive by providing the enabling environment. Quail farming is one of the alternatives to unemployment. The production of quail gives small farmers a big chance to increase their income, health, and offer an alternative means of livelihood to urban and rural farmers. Although quail farming contributes to the alleviation of protein deficiency in the diets of people in developing countries, they have largely been neglected as livestock species due to their size. The business of quail farming in Ashanti region is, however, growing. Local demand for quail eggs and meat is increasing as people become more health conscious. Sale is good for this Nigerian selling quail eggs around Ahunjo runabout in Kumasi.
This egg, when you take it, it cures everything. So I advise you people, anywhere you see quail egg, you have to buy it. It's good for your health.
Papa Kweku Buama and Mame Kuya Fuye have been consuming quail products for many years and encourage others to give it a try.
The quail eggs are very good. I had problems with my eyes and joints, and someone introduced me to these eggs. Now I feel very well. I entreat everyone to buy the quail eggs.
I used to feel dizzy, but after taking the quail eggs, it has boosted my immune system, and I now feel okay. Quail farmer Reverend Eric Boachi Yadom urged government to turn attention to quail farming to help save the unemployment situation.
In this 3 years period, I'm having over 50 people which are getting employment from this quail business that I'm doing. We have calculated and we can have more than 100,000 birds over there if you get a little fund from the government or any source that can be of help to us. We can expand the business.
Now, can you imagine having an emergency and the only way to get help is through a telephone call? For residents of Oku in the Setre, Afram Plains north of the Ashanti region, mobile network service can only be accessed on top of a mango tree with limited guarantee. Peter Kwadato reports in the major farming settlement that this situation is what is affecting the people there.
Hello. Hello. Jinaso, hello. Hello. Yeah, good morning. Let's say. Messi me buzaze kana. Oh. Hello.
Mobile telephone offers the most widespread and inclusive means of accessing the internet and is vital to the Ghanaian economy and its growth in an increasingly connected world. Mobile phones also provide information on weather patterns to aid farmers when to plant and which crop to plant in a particular season. Additionally, to markets, farm produce to reduce both harvest losses, among others, has been made easy through mobile connectivity. Ghana's mobile phone subscription is expected to hit about 40 million in the next 2 years, according to the National Communications Authority 2018 annual report. Yet for the people of Oku in the Setre Afram Plains north of the Ashanti region, they are further away from being part of these benefits. Oku is a predominantly farming community. Making a call or accessing any other service using the mobile phone is a challenge for residents here.
Hello. Hello. Umba. Nakano babadawe.
To get connected to mobile network services, residents have to come to this place to wait around this mango tree or climb on top of the tree just to make or receive phone calls. But there's no privacy here. The conversation has to be on top of one's voice in order to be heard.
Network mintunka today. Metidiaso miss anyumbremesa for why? Okay.
Charging the mobile device is another challenge for the people of Oku. The farming community lacks access to electricity. It costs 1 cedi to charge a mobile phone on solar energy or portable charging devices. We were told users of phones would have to trek 45 kilometers to Edra to charge their phones. The phone is then switched on only when one intends to make a call or is expecting one. A resident, Jacob Kwabna Gungut, sums up the frustrations of the people.
You top at 500,000 per gallon. Oh, kuha. Diesel 50 cedis. Check it. Credit. Over to credit. I weigh 25,000. Back. Wait, 2 cedi no. Me town will have 25. No profits. Identity. Equanine. Chemicals. Also obejai. Eka. Do tunyama breya may ton obejai. Solar any you say they charge phones. And so yen hunuso. And chief, some of bedru dia esram. Mundum boame.
His wish and that of the rest of Oku and adjoining communities is an urgent attention from the mobile telecommunication service providers, at least to remain connected to the world.
Away from Oku, President Akufo-Addo says the current generation of Africans have a unique opportunity to achieve the united, independent and prosperous Africa that their forefathers dreamt of. Addressing the All-African People's Conference at its 60th anniversary conference in Accra, the president charged the present generation to rededicate themselves towards attaining the liberties and freedoms of the African people.
The All-Africa People's Conference was conceived in the late 1950s and early 1960s, both in Africa and the diaspora. The conference was conceived to represent the position that Africa should be returned to the peoples and groups, such as ethnic communities, from whom it was grabbed by colonialism. The idea was mooted in Accra, April 1958 by John Cale from Uganda. This was at the end of First African Heads of State Conference in Accra, Ghana in March 1958. The first All-Africa People's Conference was attended by delegates from independent movement, in areas still under European colonial rule, as well as by delegates from the independent African countries, including representatives of the governing parties of some of those countries.
We must plan our economies together so no one is left behind, and to make maximum use of the potential of this rich and vibrant and glorious continent. We must have a common defense strategy. Our security must be planned together. And in this way, we definitely, had we followed that route, we would not have had many foreign bases on our continent.
President Akufo-Addo insisted the current generation has the opportunity to rededicate themselves to the vision of their forebears.
The process of rededication, it involves policy for significant investments in education at all levels. It involves policy for the structural transformation of Africa's raw material producing and exporting economies into industrial value-adding economies that can trade in products in the global marketplace at the high end of the value chain. It involves policy that will draw a clear map for the political and economic integration of the continent to enable us to maximize our potential and deal with the outside world on an equal footing.
The theme for the conference is Africa Must Unite, a mission for our generation.
And former President John Agyekum Kufuor has urged Ghanaians to treat former leaders and statesmen with dignity and respect to foster cohesion and oneness. Speaking at a Thanksgiving dinner on the occasion of his 80th birthday at the Jubilee House, the former president said Ghana has no reason to mistreat her current and former leaders.
Former President John Agyekum Kufuor, the second president under the Fourth Republic, nicknamed the Gentle Giant, governed Ghana between 2001 to 2009 after leading the New Patriotic Party to a second-round victory in the 2000 election. He is credited with implementing social intervention programs such as the school feeding program, the National Health Insurance Scheme, the defunct National Youth Employment Program, now Youth Employment Agency, and the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty LEAP.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Hundreds of Ghanaians thronged the Jubilee House to celebrate the 80th birthday of the great Ghanaian and international statesman. President Akufo-Addo said, undoubtedly, former President Kufuor has been the most successful leader in the Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition.
A true child of the Dankwa Dombo Buzia political tradition, which the MPP embodies, his period in office after earlier unsuccessful attempts as President of the Republic gave the Ghanaian people the first full view of the tradition in operation, as Dr. Buzia's ill-fated Progress Party government was so short-lived. In the process, Mr. P gave our country what many consider to be the best government in the Fourth Republic, if not in the entire history of Ghana. And he certainly established himself as one of the most outstanding statesmen our country has produced.
Citing the example of the cordial relationship between former presidents of the United States and the respect accorded them by the people, President Kufuor urged Ghanaians to treat their former leaders with dignity.
Today, the love and honor that have been poured on me all over sort of shook me and made me reflect. To say to myself, perhaps after all, you've done something good. What our president has done today is historical and a landmark that should inspire further leaders, future leaders, to be graceful to their fellow politicians. This is how we should learn to treat our leaders, both sitting and past.
President Kufuor was born on December 8, 1938 in Daba, near Kumasi in Ashanti region. He was the 7th child of 10 children of Nana Kwejua Jikum and Nana Ma Dapa. He is married to Theresa Kufuor and they are blessed with 5 children.
And President Akufo-Addo has left Ghana for a 3-day official visit to Japan at the invitation of Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. The president was accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Shirley Ayoko Botry, Deputy Minister for Finance, Charles Edubuahin, and officials from the presidency and the Foreign Ministry. The visit is aimed at deepening the already strong relations that exist between the two countries and to explore areas of further cooperation to their mutual benefits. While in Japan, President Akufo-Addo will pay a courtesy call on the Emperor of Japan, His Majesty Akihito, and hold meetings with CEOs of some important Japanese companies. President Akufo-Addo will also attend a joint Ghana Investment Promotion Center and Japan External Trade Organization business seminar and meet with members of the Ghanaian community residents in Japan. The president will return to Ghana on Friday, December 14, 2018.
And Chief Executive Officer of the Holy Trinity Group, Dr. Felix Anya, says it's time for Ghana's health delivery system to move from curative to preventive medicine. This, he says, would save money, time, and help sustain the National Health Insurance Scheme. He made the suggestion at the Ghana Industry CEO Awards in Accra.
18 Ghana Industry CEO Awards recognize the most respected chief executives as identified by the general public. A medical practitioner by profession, and Marahine Bafuo Shiamai Brintuo VI represented the Asante-Hine at the awards ceremony.
Our society now looks upon, money as a very, very important. It is not today, it has been for a long time. But respect goes beyond what you have in your pocket. It adds the value that you have, for the systems that you operate. I am sure the organizers of the event have taken all this into consideration, and we are not going to see the richest CEO, but we are going to see the most respected CEOs in our community.
Chief Executive Officer of the Holy Trinity Group, Dr. Felix Anya, was adjudged the best and most respected CEO for the health sector in 2018. He also picked a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I think that the health sector should move on for a focus on curative and move on to a focus on prevention and health promotion. I think that's the number one. But above all, what makes me happy about this is the fact that our growth as a nation, as a company, is based more on the values we have, the leadership we have, and not on money.
Managing Director of the Ghana Union Assurance, Arita Doku, was adjudged the most respected CEO for the insurance sector.
The award means a lot. You must remember, I'm standing here because I have a strong workforce. Without them, I wouldn't be here. So for them, the award is much a winner like they are. 2
former presidents, Jerry John Rawlings and John Ajekun Kufuor, were also given Lifetime Achievement Awards for their contribution to industry. Dr. Isnato Rawlings represented former President Rawlings, while former Kumasi Metropolitan boss Maxwell Kofi Juma picked the award on behalf of former President Kufuor.
In other news, Daily Food, Boss Baker and Food for All Africa has signed a memorandum of understanding to support the vulnerable in society. Under this agreement, the organizations will partner to distribute 300 products from Daily Food weekly during the festive period.
Daily Food Limited is a partly owned Ghanaian company established in the country 8 months ago. It has the industrial bakery capacity in the country that can make approximately 20,000 pastries hourly. Currently, it is into the production of Boss Baker beef and chicken roll, as well as Boss Baker cake. As part of activities to mark National Pastry Day celebrated on December 9, Daily Food, Boss Baker and Food for All Africa has signed a memorandum of understanding to distribute 300 pastries produced by Daily Food. The move is aimed at putting smiles on the faces of the less privileged in society during the festive period and beyond.
There are many people that sleep at night without even having a bread or a food. So we believe that even with our small contribution, we will be helping the needy to go to bed with a filled stomach. So we have hygienic beef roll, meat pie, chicken roll. They are prepared under hygienic condition.
Executive Director of Food for All Africa, a food recovery organization, Chef Elijah Addo, indicated feeding the vulnerable in society is a shared responsibility. He entreated other corporate organizations to emulate such partnerships.
I've always been looking at how, together with my team and then stakeholders like the Department of Social Welfare, we can come to corporate bodies like Daily Foods and let them know that it's not just about the profits they are making from the community, but it can be a shared social responsibility.
Director in charge of NGOs at the Department of Social Welfare, Stephen Dombo, lauded Daily Food for the initiative to support the vulnerable in society. He cautioned persons running unregistered NGOs to apply to the department for a license.
Before any organization can be qualified as an NGO, they must first of all register with Registrar General, then come to the Department of Social Welfare, go through a process of registration to make their operations legal.
Daily Food and Food for All Africa donated some pastries to the Accra Rehabilitation Center and the Accra Psychiatric Hospital.
Probably that interesting job I would like to do is to be a chef, to have a taste of all the good meals. You're watching News 360, which is also live on channel 279 DSTV.
We have Mission coming up shortly. Do stay with us. Hello again, it's now time for Mission, and this program is brought to you by Star Ghana with funding from UK Aid, Danida and the EU. Tonight, the Dafiama Busie Issa district has had no district hospital since its establishment 12 years ago. Residents have relied on health centers and CHIPS compounds. After Mission's advocacy, which started over a year ago, structures have begun to spring up to start a new facility for the district. Bright Nana Amfo's reports.
For several years, the Dafiama Busie Issa district of the Upper West region had no district hospital. Residents, over 32,000 of them, relied on CHIPS compounds, health centers, and sometimes mobile health workers who go around visiting these persons who are sick. In fact, for several years, residents had very poor access to health care, with a very bad road network and very bad transportation system. Several people who fell sick died needlessly.
It's a very bad and very challenging area if you want to transport, especially a woman who is in labor. We have had cases where women deliver on the road in trying to reach the health centers.
When Mission started work in the district some 2 years ago, district authorities were asked to think about setting up a district health facility. And so work started with funding from the District Development Fund and the District Assembly. The construction of a district hospital was started. Private individuals who live outside the district came in to support, and work has started. What is currently being done, or what you see here, is the construction of a district health facility. A district hospital is under construction. This is the outpatient department. This is expected to serve as a focal point for several people who come here to access health. A male and female ward is also under construction. As of now, admitting patients is a difficulty. Patients who have to be admitted are either referred to the Wa Municipal Hospital or to the Nadoli Kalio facility. A male and female ward will allow patients who come here and who needs attention to be admitted.
The importance of this facility to the district you cannot imagine. This district was created in 2012 until 2017 when we assumed power. This district had neither a polyclinic nor a district hospital. We were not also having a single medical doctor in this district. But thanks to TV3, upon your expose, we now have one medical doctor who has volunteered to come and support us as a district. A simple blood test to ascertain the hemoglobin level of pregnant women. They have to go to either Nadoli or they have to go to Wa just to do this test. And these women, when they go to Nadoli, for example, and time beat them and they cannot have their samples taken, they have to sleep outside at the mercy of mosquitoes. So they only go for lab tests before you realize they have taken other diseases.
Already, a district doctor's accommodation has been completed. This is expected to enable the doctors stay here so that work can continue 24 hours. Also, a theater has been constructed to allow lab services to be done here. The district of about 32,000 population is poised to care for its people. The district is ready and is ready to ensure that quality health care is given to the people of the Dafiema Busie Isa district. Brighton Nanamfo, TV3, Isa.
Let's now go to the Upper West region, and having endured difficult times learning in congested rooms, pupils of Manwe Primary School have now been relieved. The school has now been divided into two after Mission's advocacy saw the renovation of two near-collapsed structures. Bright Nana Amfo reports what is left is to provide furniture to ensure a conducive environment for learning.
My visit to Manwe Primary School was full of expectation. How has Mission's advocacy impacted on pupils? This was a learning environment in early 2017.
How many things you are supposed to do before you come to school? The first thing you do is what?
These two rooms were near collapse. The Education Directorate said classrooms were a challenge.
The assemblies normally I send my report to them, but it looks as if they are not able to meet my demand. In some cases, possibly in a year they might put up one classroom or three classrooms.
The assembly said funding was difficult to come by.
A free compulsory basic education has gone down well with the people of Wa East, and they are sending their awards to the schools, and that alone has even increased enrollment figures in most of the schools in Wa East. There's every indication that such schools are supposed to be splitted.
Series of interactions then began yielding results. The Assembly's 2018 budget was to be used to rehabilitate these two structures so as to enable pupils get a conducive environment to study. Middle of 2018, the two structures looked entirely different, well fixed, painted, and ready to serve pupils. Teachers and pupils are now excited.
Because the class sizes are now reduced, teachers are able to do their work effectively. They are able to reach out to every student who has a special need.
But the school still has some challenges. Furniture was divided between primary A and B, and so some classes still learn on the floor. New classrooms, but other challenges popping up. The Assembly says it is ready to deal with the challenges.
We have also started the process because we have awarded a contract to somebody to provide a good number of furniture which will be distributed to schools in the district that are lacking furniture or that are having insufficient furniture to accommodate pupils in classrooms. So very soon, before Christmas, we are very hopeful that the furniture will be handed over to assembly.
Parents cannot see their kids on the floor. They have put in their support. This will cushion the kids for the meantime.
Right from the separation, we realized that most of the students were on the floor. We held a PTA meeting and appealed to the parents. Then they said, okay, if that was the case, then they will have to look at that of the GHS first. And luckily on our part, they were able to do something, and then we got 23 seats, dual decks for the, 26 rather, for the GHS. And now we're having about 48 for the primary school.
The people of Manwe are poised to take the education of their people serious, and teachers and education authorities are also ready to put in their support. A year ago when we came here, this structure you're seeing here was in a dilapidated state, near collapse. Students were congested in the main school structure. Today, the building is in quite good shape, and it is being used by pupils. What is needed now is a furniture for these kids to sit down. A whole class has just a few furniture to allow kids to learn. The assembly, the PTA are working hard to get furniture for these students. From Manwe in Wa East, Bright Nanamfo, TV3.
Well, that's it for Mission, and this program is brought to you by Star Ghana with funding from UK Aid, Danida, and the EU. Join us again same time next week for another edition. Thanks for watching. And in the next few hours, the winner of Season 12 of Ghana's Most Beautiful would be known, who wears the prestigious crown and become the new queen. Ohima from the Bonafo region, Abna from the Eastern region, Afra from the Ashanti region, and Wikia from the Upper East region are vying to be crowned winner. Let's now cross over to the National Theatre for more.
Well, Be the Bully, have yourself a beautiful evening, and may the best one win. I'm not going to ask you who your favorite is because I know your region is still in the competition, so I'm not even going to go there. And look who just joined me back. Hi,
Your twin
Amma.
sister.
Yes.
Actually, Mirror gives you more. Mirror has been one of our dope sponsors, and Mirror has goodie bags for all their winners. Remember, they promised some prize giveaways at the finale, and tonight they are here to give it to those that won. So Abigail Hagan is here. She's a representative from Graphic. Abigail, you're most welcome.
Thank you.
So what do you have in here for your winners?
So we have phones for all 13 winners. Every week we give prizes, and at the end of the 13 weeks, we promise that we're going to give phones to each and every one of the winners for the week. So we are here to do that.
Wow, Mirror actually gives you more. So Celestina Ofosua Dako, if you're here, you won yourself a phone. Celestina Ofosua Dako. Okay. Insobila.
Right. Okay. And the next one is Paul Insobila. Paul Insobila, if you're here, yes, he is. Congratulations to you. Whilst we take care of Paul, Celestina, if you can hear us, Celestina Ofosua Dako. If you're here or you're in the hall, please join us outside.
Congratulations, Paul. All right, Mohammed Awal Saibu. Mohammed Awal Saibu.
Mohammed is here. Congratulations, Mohammed. You win a brand new mobile phone from Graphic.
Christmas came early for some people. I
tell you. And the next one is Doreen Odro Nyapon. Is Doreen here? Yes, she is.
The only lady among the men. Congratulations, Doreen.
You get a brand new phone from Graphic. Well done, well done, well done.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I think that's about it for now.
That's about it for now.
Your final words?
everybody should enjoy the evening, and we wish that the best person would win.
As a sponsor, are you rooting for any of our ladies?
My children have their favorites, so I'm rooting for the person.
Okay, sure. So may the best lady win. Thank you.
So in a few hours, we'll know who will be crowned Ghana's most beautiful. Isa, who is your money on?
I think I'll go there and see who will win. Definitely. And then, you know, the most beautiful aspect of this is that you go to a program like this and you can win a prize, take something home as well. So don't just go there and watch. You can participate in all of the activities surrounding Ghana's most beautiful. My name is Isa Moni.
And I am Portia Gabo. Coming up is Ghana's most beautiful.